Hello from sunny San Diego. I'm escaping a rainy, gray Vancouver, and I'm here for my best friend's wedding. So I decided to also sit down with you and talk about what trading, since you are here on my channel related to trading, of course, and primarily talk about this is like a more of a talking vlog style, just very informal style, and talk about the mindset, not just the mindset, our mind and our brain, and how it limits us from winning in trading. So what do I mean by that? You may have the best strategy in the world, and even if I'm going to give you right now my strategy, and I have a pretty good win rate on futures day trading, on ES, primarily on ES, and it actually works on NQ as well. I tested out on NQ. The point is, even if I'm going to give you my winning strategy, doesn't mean you're going to go and win. Nope. Like 80% of you are actually going to fail even trading my winning strategy. Why? Because you have your own mind, you have your own brain. We all have our own fears, our insecurities, our lack of confidence, lack of belief, and our emotional intelligence level is different to all of us, and the way we can handle emotions and market and risk is also different. So, like, even if you have that plan, even if you have that best strategy and you have the technical edge, it doesn't mean that you're going to win and be consistently profitable and winning on a long-term perspective. That's why if it's your first time on my channel, or for those who have been following me for some time, you know that I'm a huge advocate when it comes to psychology, when it comes to our emotions and how they affect us. And I do believe that 80 and almost 90% of trading is psychology. You may disagree with me, you may have different opinions, that's fine. We all have different opinions and different thoughts, but that's my opinion, that's my experience, that's what I've seen. I've started day trading a few years ago, day trading futures, but I've been investing and trading on a long-term perspective, swing trading, stocks, for quite some time, for over 6, 7, almost 7. Wow, yeah, it's actually 7 years. This November, it's going to be 7 years. So it's been some time, and I've been through that journey of failing and failing, especially when I started day trading futures. Emotions, ego, like literally in the first year, I was just failing and failing and failing and failing. I lost so many prop firm accounts. I lost some of my accounts, my personal ones, not a lot, just a couple $1,000. I just wanted to play around. But the whole point is that why I was losing, because of my mindset, my ability to handle those losses, my belief, even though like I am pretty confident that my mindset is always set to the I'm gonna win, like the winning mindset. I'm gonna win. I believe in myself. Even when I fail, I will struggle, but next morning I'm back on track because I believe that I can do that. I believe that I can succeed in it long term. Not every single one of us, maybe whoever is watching this video behind the screen, maybe you lack of that belief. And if we don't have the belief, and if we try to overcomplicate things, we do that a lot, right? We do not believe that things can be simple. We do not believe, and we don't have that abundance mindset and the simplicity mindset, and we tend to overcomplicate everything. You know what? Life is already complicated by itself. Sometimes things happen that is outside of our control, right? We lose people, we lose different jobs, we're getting laid off. Like, I'm saying it from my personal experience. The last 5 years have been a roller coaster for me. I lost like a lot of close people, lots of family members. I had cancer in my family. Then I had divorce of my parents as well. Then I struggled with immigration, and I literally lost my status even working in Canada, and I could not do anything. And like, we are always faced with something. And like, especially, I don't know if I'm saying it again from my perspective, I am an immigrant, right? As an immigrant, you're always fighting for something, like your whole life living in another country until you get your permanent residency or you get a citizenship. You're in a constant state of fighting for something, and you have that, like, you don't feel safe, you're lacking of that freedom. So what I'm trying to say here, our life already brings us a lot of struggles. It can bring us a lot of suffering. But it's all about how we navigate that. It's all about how we look at that. Do you choose, like, every morning you wake up, do you choose to suffer or do you choose to enjoy the life? And that choice is yours. There's nobody else there. Like, you choose that path. And do we choose to complain and go against the flow, or we choose to be happy and no matter what, find that positivity in life? So that's two different approaches. And the whole point is that I'm trying to connect it all back to trading. Don't worry. The whole point was that is life is complicated, and us ourselves with the trading, with the suffering, we tend to overcomplicate it by ourselves. And the whole question, what the heck are you doing that to yourself? Why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you spreading this negativity and poison to yourself? Why do you choose to suffer? Why do you choose to go in the most complicated way? Why do you choose to build those extra obstacles on your way? I do believe that trading overall, if we look at a bigger picture, it is pretty simple. It is pretty straightforward, right? The whole idea, you just buy and sell and buy and so on. And we tend to overcomplicate it and overthink, like overanalyze, analysis paralysis when we enter the trade. You already know the drill. You already backtested it. You already have the criteria. You already did the pre-market plan. What the heck are you not following it? Because you start overcomplicating. You start overthinking. You think it cannot be that simple. Well, I'm going to tell you it can be. You are the one who makes it simple. You are the one who has that choice. Remember, every day you either choose to suffer and overcomplicate it for yourself, or you choose to simplify it and you choose to just take a more straightforward approach and avoid that overthinking. Right? Again, that's all comes to that choice every single day. So that's why when you go trading, you know the drill. You know the drill. And we're losing as a traders not because we don't have the winning strategy. It's because we cannot handle the stress, we cannot handle emotions, we cannot handle our mind, we cannot handle our mindset, mentality, and beliefs when we go to the field and trade. I always say, like, for me, when I came up with my strategy, I backtested it, I know that it works. That's it, I just removed emotions. Removed emotions. You cannot win every single trade. It's not possible. It's not. Again, life is not always about winning. Through losses, you actually learn more. Through losses, and I'm not only talking about trading, like in general in life, when you go through struggles you evolve, you grow, you learn more, you progress, right? So same with the trading, you learn. Same, I always bring that analogy with sport. You cannot always win every single game, match, and so on, right? You play hockey, you play basketball, whatever you want, like when they're fighting for a championship, it doesn't mean that they have to win every single game in order to become champions. That same idea with trading. If you have like 70 or 80% win rate, or even if you have like 50% win rate, but you know how to manage your losses, and your losses are smaller than your wins, that's the whole point, right? That's the whole fucking point. And that's again coming back to the point that we ourselves, with our fears, fear of losing and our ego and fear of being wrong, I cannot be wrong, right? Exactly. Have you seen, by the way, that it's already a Christmas holiday spirit? I still cannot get used to it. And I told you this is an informal video, so I can allow myself to just drink and enjoy it. But that's the whole point, right? The simplicity is a key. The simplicity is a key in everything you do. So I encourage you, if you're struggling with consistency, if you're struggling with winning and you've backtested and you're just feeling stuck, like what the hell, like you literally have this question in your mind, what the heck is this not working? Why? Well, I'm telling you right now, look at your emotions, look at how you're handling things, why you overcomplicating things. Also, I see a lot of people, it also comes to psychology. I feel like I'm in this video, I'm trying to combine all, all of the different psychological aspects that can impact our trading. Another psychological aspect is we as humans, we depend on what other people think about us and what they say and what they do. And it also comes from believing in yourself and trusting yourself and your execution. So what we do, and we go listen and watch different live traders, and we are part of different communities. I have myself free community on Discord as well, so I don't have anything like bad to say about it, but there is negative side about it. Is that peer pressure? It's that especially if you're struggling with believing and confidence in what you do, you see others placing the trades and you see that trade is different from what you've planned and what your strategy is telling you, and you start having doubts. Am I placing the wrong trade, or is it the right trade? Why is he doing that? And you're fully getting impacted. Your decision is getting impacted by other people, by all of those outside noise and what they are doing. Don't look at anyone. Don't look at what they do. We all have, like, literally, like, you could take 100 people. We can all look at the same setup, like the same market, at the same chart, and that same chart will tell different things to each one of us. Some of us will go and trade on 1 minute time frame, even with the same instrument, right? Some will 5, some 15, some 1 hour. Some will have to wait for a candle to close. Some of us will wait for different patterns to get built. Some of us will wait for levels and support and resistance, ADR, like I trade ADR. Then we wait for QQE and so on. Like, we all have different additional instruments that help us in our decision to increase that probability, that winning probability, right? So it's different, and you should not let what other people do affect you and your trading and execution. That's why you strongly need to believe in yourself, get that confidence and believe, like, I am doing this. This is based on my strategy. And even for that, another person in the community, or if you watch somebody trading live, yes, they do that, but it's based on their strategy. It's based on their plan. It's based on their setups and so on. And for me, those indicators, those things are signaling a different and opposite thing. And that's fine. And that's okay. You know, that's your journey. So for some time, I used to listen some big traders trading live, and I started noticing it with myself, how I am, like, my execution is getting affected by this. I'm getting so distracted by this whole live trading thing, and I just stopped listening to anyone. And that's when I started seeing the results. And I started focusing purely on my game. Focus on your game. We spend too much time on looking what others do, well, how is it trade, how much money they make, and so on, right? We're focusing too much on this. When we need to focus on ourselves, we need to focus on our trading, our execution, and what's working for us. Again, we are all humans. We're all different. We're all coming from different backgrounds. We all have our own unique stories, you know? Remember about that. You are a unique individual. And you can try different strategies, but try to adapt it for yourself. Try to adapt it for your lifestyle. Try to adapt it for your mindset. Try to adapt it for your risk management, right? And how much are you willing and can actually risk on a certain trades. So to wrap up it all, I think, like, I've highlighted some major and some of the main ones, the psychological aspects and the mindset and the mind and how it tends to trick us when it comes to our trading. And I would say, if I could give you the most, like, important takeaway out of all of this, I just actually said it: focusing on your game and believing in yourself, believing in what you do, that you can succeed, that you can do that. Remember about daily choice. Remember about the fact that don't fucking overcomplicate it. Stop it. Like, you know, it's always like this, like anything you do in life, you're like, it cannot be that simple. We're so too suspicious. It's when, you know, when it's too simple, we're suspicious that it can be that easy. But who said that life cannot be that simple and easy? What if I'm telling you that, I know, again, as I brought up examples, that some stuff can happen outside of our control, but why, whatever is in our control, why we cannot simplify it? Like, come on, please. Goddamn, do it. Just simply enjoy the life. You know, we live one life. Can we not suffer? Can we choose not to suffer? Can we choose not to complain? Like, come on. Stop it. Stop it. And just go get what's yours. Just go get that profitable trades. Go make that money. And do not let your mind, your emotions take over you, your ego as well, right? Because they are three pretty powerful instruments that pull us back from everything we do. Not just in trading, it's our relationships with people, our personal life, our career, work, job, like whatever you do, it's like it's overall our life that gets affected by this. Our emotions and the way we can handle them, right? Emotional maturity helps you a lot in your personal relationships as well. So if you are good with that in your personal life, just transition that to trading. Or trading can help you learn those skills and learn those the ways of handling the emotions as well. So I truly hope that this kind of impromptu talk could help you on your journey. And let me know if you want me to elaborate and talk more about different fields. Again, because I do have the degree and background in psychology, focusing a lot on educational psychology. Spent some time teaching at schools with kids with learning disabilities and so on. That's one of my backgrounds. And of course, my background as being a certified spiritual mentor, I always take that approach, the spiritual approach towards trading and doing the meditations and doing the practices to help ourselves. So I'm just trying my best to give you the tools to calm you down before you go into trading, to help you to release the emotions. Because that's the key. The way we can handle those emotions, that's the key to success in anything you do, in anything, in just life overall, not just trading related. But I wish you, everyone, an amazing trading. And try for the next month until the end of the year. Like, honestly, we only have less than 2 months until end of the year. And I know we're going to get busy with the Christmas season and we have the Christmas rally coming up in our trading and stock market. So it's only 2 months left until the end of the year. Let's just get our shit together and get it, you know? And let's leave those 2 months and execute in the next 2 months to our fullest potential without any regrets. You know, every day, waking up every day in the morning and asking yourself, how do I choose to spend this day? Do I choose? I have the choice, and you have the choice in whatever you do every day. Set up the reminders for yourself. Like literally a reminder, like, how do you choose to live your life? Like, what is your choice today? Like, do you choose to suffer? Or do you choose to enjoy and live a happy life? You know? But anyway, enough of me talking, and yeah, I'm gonna see you in my next videos. I'm gonna see you on the socials. I'm gonna see you in the Discord community as well. Would be happy to chat. And yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and talk to you and see you soon.